Yo, Gotti, say your prayers. You better say your prayers.
You know they coming, don't you? You know they coming.
Hey,
Show
bro. Hey, bro, that nigga got up there and said, they said, didn't CMG pay for your attorney $50,000? Yeah. But they didn't give it to me. He said, yeah. But they paid for it because you killed Dolph, right? Yeah. Well, that was your compensation, right? CMG said, well, yeah, they gave the attorney $50,000. Yeah, because I killed Dolph.
What up, YouTube? This your boy KD, and I'm back for another one. And today we're going to be looking at a video about Young Gotti and his crew, CMG. This video says Fed documents leak. Big Jook and Gotti hit on all pre-artists? Man, I can't wait to watch it. And you know what time it is? It's time for Just My Opinion. Let's go.
Now, peeps, it appears that Big Jook and Yo Gotti wasn't playing when it came to getting their revenge.
I have to get revenge. Huh?
Court documents reveal they placed several hits out on PRE members, and I have the leaked list with all the names.
He killed the goat.
This news comes after Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison, and prosecutors revealed that CMG paid for Dolph Hit and for the attorneys of Dolph's shooters. Now make sure you watch this whole entire video so that you don't miss nothing, as I reveal the shocking list that would have been dead by now if Jook was still alive. It was previously reported that Yo Gotti, facing a RICO charge, was involved with the death of young Dolph after the feds have tied numerous crimes back to the CMG label owned by Yo Gotti and was funded off of drug money. Yo Gotti was called out by Wack 100 saying,
Yo, Gotti, say your prayers. You better say your prayers.
You know they coming, don't you? You know they coming. Show
bro. Hey, bro, that nigga got up there and said, they said, didn't CMG pay for your attorney $50,000? Yeah. But they didn't give it to me. He said, yeah. But they paid for it because you killed Dolph, right? Yeah. Well, that was your compensation, right? CMG said, well, yeah, they gave the attorney $50,000. Yeah, because I killed Dolph. Jook dead. He was an exec of that company. That's your brother. That's gonna get that's.
Man, Wack ain't lying. That's some incriminating information, man. Especially that they paid the lawyer. It don't look too good, man. I think they gonna come get old Gotti. But you know, Gotti had a lot of beef with a lot of people, man. And you know, he tried to make it like, you know, he didn't have no beef with these people, but you knew what was going on. You knew, man, anybody who's watching that whole thing, you know, knew what was going on. He really got mad when Dolph went on the Breakfast Club and he told them that he didn't really respect that dude. I think that's what really set it off to what, you know, made this all move in motion. But, you know, we'll see. I think they're going to come get that boy. That's my thought.
That's next. Watch. Remember I told you.
Well, wouldn't it be smart to blame it on the dead man, though?
No, he was part of the company. They saying CMG, they're going to classify it as a game. They're going to try to target. Now let's do the math. CMG and PRE shooting at the back in the Carolinas. Motherfuckers doing songs, shot the Sprinter 100 times, bulletproof, dead. PRE, they're going to take it and paint the perfect movie. These two things are game. And your gang paid this dude's attorney $50,000 because you hired him to do a hit for 100. They coming.
Damn.
I heard that. I said, y'all didn't hear that shit?
Yeah, I heard it when they was testifying.
Oh my God. I said, oh, damn.
clear that it's definitely over for Yo Gotti and CMG. There is no way this man can stay in business making money, and I'm sure Jay-Z is gonna back away from him the same way he backed away from Diddy. Now this list is shocking, and the dollar amounts, y'all, are beyond disrespectful. It just goes to show you the type of person Big Jook and Yo Gotti is, and they definitely hated competition. Now it's no wonder why they got get back on Big Jook, and he's no longer living. The list included several high-profile names from PRE, which I will be revealing soon in this video. Now, following the guilty verdict of one of the assailants in the young Dolph's murder trial, straight drop, government named Justin Johnson, was handed down a life sentence and charged with conspiracy.
He wasn't getting away with it. For one, he made a song. He was out here flashing after the whole thing. He was talking noise about the whole situation. They were going to get this dude. And you knew he was going to start singing, especially when he felt like he didn't get that money. Yeah. And then they came back and got old Jook. A lot of these cats would have got hit if they didn't get him. But at the same time, you know, that whole war ain't over, man. Either they going to get Gotti, or Gotti going to go to jail for a RICO case. I think that's what everybody getting hit with, those RICO cases, man. That's the easiest case to just take dudes down, especially taking these record labels down, man. You got a lot of cats going down with this RICO. But you know what, that crazy thing, though? That case with, I think it was Young Thug, man, that case was so jacked up. So I understand why Young Thug, I think it was kind of jacked up that they can try him again. You know, that's kind of messed up. You know, they didn't have the evidence. It was all over the place. Hey, let the boy go to trial. You know, and he beat it. But for you to be able to put it back in perspective and come back and try to trial him again for the same thing, that's kind of jacked up. But, you know, that's the system. We got to be smarter as men. You know, we can't be making these dumb decisions. Then social media, man, they talk too much. These people tell on their business. They tell what they doing. Like, this too much talking. Gotta shut up. If you're going, you know, one thing I always heard, if you're going to do something, do it by yourself. Man, that's for real. Because people going to talk, man. That street code ain't no code for real, man. When people get in trouble or they into something or they felt you didn't do something, man, they going to start singing like a canary, man.
Conspiracy to commit murder, first-degree murder, and felon in possession of a weapon. Now, after the verdict was read, he took shots at his co-defendants and CMG when he posted on social media saying, "These ninjas taking criminal responsibility, I'm taking street responsibility. Regardless, I'm forever the biggest. They can throw away the keys before I ever eat the cheese." Now, clearly the life sentence and lack of pay for that hit taught the youngster absolutely nothing.
You're not very smart, are you?
The streets don't love nobody. Now, Young Dolph's baby mama, Mia J, released a statement after he was finally charged, and she's alleging that Yo Gotti and Black Youngster is next. But you gotta read between the lines. Now, she said, "Today's verdict brings relief and restores my confidence in the justice system. On behalf of my children, family, and myself, I would like to thank law enforcement, the prosecution, and everyone involved for their diligent work in presenting the facts that led to this conviction. We are also grateful to the public for standing with us and advocating for accountability throughout this process. The past 3 years, marked by the loss of Adolph and the events leading to the trial, have been incredibly frustrating. My faith has been tested, but Adolph's tragic execution has only strengthened my resolve to fight for justice, not only for him, but for all Black men. This is just the beginning of our journey towards achieving full justice for Adolph, and we will be patiently awaiting support of the unfolding of that process." Now, key word she mentioned is, "it's just the beginning." Now, she knows the other key players involved are going to be locked up soon. The Gotti investigation is underway, and she knows more arrests are coming. She also mentioned in the letter, full justice. Clearly, there are more people involved in Dolph's assassination, and she's aware of it. And she's also aware that CMG was the orchestrators behind the hit. CMG and PRE war had a lot of bloodshed in Memphis and surrounding areas. A list was released of bounties on several members' heads. They put up $100,000 for Adolph Thornton, aka Young Dolph, $50,000 for Markevius Cathy, aka Key Glock, $50,000 for Terrence Baker, aka PRE Woo, $5K for Zequelius Davenport, aka Moochie Grape, and $20K for Snoop Bands, and it's saying unknown name at this time. Now, this is definitely shocking information that Big Jook has such a long list. So it wasn't only just Dolph that he wanted a whole lot more people, man, from PRE. And it allegedly looks like he was willing to put up some big money, even though he actually still straight dropped. I don't know if he was willing to pay all the money, you know what I'm saying? He seemed like he was definitely shady. But, you know, even if he would have did half, that would have been like maybe $400 a piece. Dolph for $800 and everybody else for $400 each. Because, dude, you know, he definitely wasn't paying no 100 racks, no 50 racks, or any of that. But this is what he was telling people. He was out here telling people, like, listen, I'm going to pay you this amount to go ahead and get this taken care of. So, y'all, there is no way y'all can say that Yo Gotti is not connected. How the hell you think Big Jook got the money to set this whole thing up? He ain't get it from himself. He wasn't making no damn music. He got all this money from his brother, Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti was financing this entire operation. Yo Gotti was financing all of these hits. All he did was get that list to Jook, and Jook sent it up the chain of command. But y'all see what happened to Jook. So do y'all feel like Yo Gotti is gonna be next? Is he gonna be taken out before the feds get him, or do y'all feel like he's gonna get hit up in the streets? I personally feel like the feds gonna get him first because he did increase his security and he's not moving around solo dolo, not anywhere.
Man, I guess what I be wondering is, like, how do you hate somebody enough to where you'll pay money to have them murdered because you don't like them? That's a lot of not liking somebody, man. Especially when you make it. You've been struggling to get out the hood. You get out the hood and you still doing like stupid stuff. Now, your partner gone. Dolph gone. He got kids. It's like, man, we don't think about these stuff and these black kids growing up in these families that have people who have been very successful, doing very well. Now his dad gone, their dad is gone, and I don't know, man. As black people, we got to do better, man. And then those kids, man, they was promised this money, and they were just all they could see is the money. All they could see is the money, not the consequences of their actions, what they were doing. It's just all about the money, man. We got to get better. We got to do better than that for real. Because at the end of the day, none of that gonna matter when the feds come knocking at the door. Either the feds coming or somebody coming to kill you, man. You know, I don't know. I just don't want to drive around just thinking about that type of stuff, because now you got to have all these people around you all the time. You can't even just live your life. Angela like these dudes that just keep getting in trouble. I don't know what it is about that. But yeah, I think, yeah, more than likely Young Gotti had something to do with it. That dude didn't have no bread. He was already talking about being around this man, how he made his life better, and how he was able to see a different light. So of course, you know, Young Gotti had something to do with it, especially like the beef. Like I said, like when Dolph made that comment, man, it was just one of those things. Like, he probably felt embarrassed, like, dude put him out there, especially with his artists, you know, him going behind his artist's back and telling him, like, yeah, man, I think you got it all. You basically doing your own thing. You get with me, man. We gonna make this. I ain't gotta hold your hand. Man, people, you know. I mean, but I mean, honestly, I don't think Gotti said anything wrong about that, but I do see where Dolph came from, man. I met Dolph. He a cool dude. I met him at a club. He was coming to a club to perform. He had just did a performance somewhere, and he came to the club afterwards. And I was doing some video work in there, so I got to meet him. Cool dude, quiet, kind of stood to himself, had his little entourage of people around. They were getting crunk, but He was just kind of chilling in the corner, just enjoying the atmosphere. But, you know, probably was one of those show-up nights just to pop in and make a couple of dollars and burn out. But, you know, it was one of those. But at the same time, I just think that black men got to get better. We got to do better. And, man, these RICO charges, boy, everybody going down for RICO. That's like one of the easiest things to take a rapper down for now, RICO, because most of the time they paying somebody to do it. They're not actually doing the work themselves. So it's just now just a matter of time who going to go down next. You know what I'm saying? Who going to catch that RICO next? And if they can get off, and I mean, hey, they got off, but I just think that we got to do better as a people. If we can just do better as a people, I think that we got to really not take this whole rap thing serious. I mean, it's just people talking on wax, man. Is it worth your family? Is it worth your life? Nah, man, it ain't. So that's been the show. Rest in peace to young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? I salute you, my guy. And if you like the channel, you like what you saw, man, hit that like button. Comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think. You think Yo Gotti's the next one to go down? That RICO case gonna hit? Or is somebody gonna get him before he, you know, get indicted? You know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, man. And you know what time it is? It's time for me to get up out of here. And you know you've been watching Just My Opinion. Peace.